Hello and welcome to the Let's Netflix and Chill podcast. I'm your host Reese Jansen, and today we're looking at the talk of the show. One of my favorite shows on YouTube, um, Kill Tony, hosted by Tony Hinchcliffe and Brian Redband, finally made a special or debut on Netflix, and today it's episode 205 of our podcast. And of course, we have to talk about the events of the podcast or of the episode, really. I don't know where I should class it as I'm reviewing a podcast episode or I'm reviewing a comedy special. So I'm just going to go with a comedy special. Kill Tony, Kill or Be Killed. The comedy special released on Monday, like every Kill Tony episode. Awesome stuff. First things first, I think I should address the fact that in my thumbnail, you can see Hans Kim. He did not make an appearance. I don't know why Tony was making that float around, why they released that. Maybe some complication. Hans Kim couldn't be part of the show, but whatever it is, it's all good. I could have changed the thumbnail, but I decided to keep it. Anyway, I'm vaguely disappointed about the show. It had a lot of great promise in my personal opinion, but a few things disappointed me. What disappointed me? Well, the show did not pay true homage to its nature and its core. Usually on a Kill Tony episode, you get about uh, two or maybe three, maybe sometimes four regulars making an appearance. That's the usual. Arimati, Cam Patterson. Sometimes, usually, as of late, it's been only three regulars. Mostly, it's been since Hans Kim's left. Basically, it's been Arimati, Cam Patterson, and William Montgomery closing the show. Usually it's been three. Sometimes on occasion you get the fourth regular showing up or golden ticket winner showing up. So that's what I expect. And then most of the show is filled with bucket pulls, sometimes with long interviews that take up half of the show. But it's all fun and humor, and we love it. And I love it. I never miss a Kill Tony episode. I watch them every fucking week since I discovered the show. COVID era. Anyway, but let's get straight and let's get serious here. Why am I disappointed about this special? I felt like it was more gimmicky. Like I said, it did not pay homage to the show's originality, the way the show works. A lot of gimmicks. Like, granted, Shane Gillis makes an incredible Donald Trump impression. Brilliant. And Adam Ray was brilliant. The minute he did as Joe Rogan, and another one he did as Dr. Phil. Great stuff. But it's not today. It's not just that. I understand that Tony was also nervous. Imagine you recording a show for Netflix and every comedian that you bring up from the bucket bombs. Because I've seen episodes of Kill Tony where like the whole show is just comedians bombing, and sometimes even the regulars bombing. It's just bombing, and it's just funny because like, really, Tony, you brought me here to watch comedians bomb, but it keeps its nature. It's unpredictable, but this one felt edited, felt constructed, felt made. Like, this guy, he had more than five people who prepared time, who knew hand they were going to be part of the show. And that, to me, it was nice seeing Casey Rocket come back, nice and all that. But really, the show didn't keep its spirit alive. I'm very disappointed in Tony. I really am. And any Kill Tony fan will probably say the same. Granted, there were funny moments. But the show is about bucket pulls. It's about finding new and sometimes returning comedians who bomb half the time and sometimes are brilliant. And then the weirdest shit happens. Like, I saw two, maybe three guys who actually did great sets. And they got little books or sometimes even big. But of course, if you've been into any Kill Tony comment section on YouTube, you know always people are complaining that sometimes they giving the secret show to people that were not great. Sometimes they give them to people who are actually great. And today, they gave a girl two shows, fam. Two. A gig in Madison Square Garden on June, and a secret show. But, well, there were like three, maybe four guys who were better than her, fam. She made a couple of lesbian jokes. What is this? Granted, the show has a thing of, giving people opportunities who wouldn't traditionally get an opportunity. But I can guarantee for a fact, I saw two, maybe three comedians who were better than that lady. Now, granted, he shuffled, he digged through the bucket to get the girl. I always get when he says that. He needs to balance it. At least have one female comedian on the show. It's fair. So even if he has to dig through the bucket to find a female, I'm cool with that. Because that's what we've been doing for years. We do that sometimes. I get that. I'm saying we like I'm part of the show. But I've been watching the show for a long time. So I feel like I'm part of the show. And I felt like they betrayed the show. I felt like they didn't give the show what it needed. Now, usually when I'm rating a comedy special, I don't spoil it that much. Because it's really hard to keep down. Unless you're watching comedy with a pen and paper and writing jokes down so you can recite them. I'm not doing that. I'm watching a show to enjoy it. I'm watching a show and then I give you what comes to my mind when I'm giving the review. Unprepared type of shit. I'm really disappointed. But I'm not going to pretend I didn't laugh. Oh, I laughed a lot. I had a good time. I just thought he would, focus on the bucket. Get more names out of the bucket. Make a few stars, But, there's that guy who did an incredible minute. He didn't get booked for the show. He didn't get called out. There's that guy I forgot his name. He's a lawnmower type guy. They said plug his business and whatnot. He was far much better than that girl who got the secret show. But hey, if Brian Red Band doesn't like you, he doesn't like you. If he likes you, he likes you. My question now is, what did he like about that girl? I'm sorry for, throwing jabs at her for doing her hard work. It must be hard to get on stage and perform comedy. I'm no comedian. I'm just saying. More people deserve that opportunity. More people were more funnier. And like I said, my complaint is he gave it to regular people. He gave it to famous. He gave the platform to already known comedians. Like, why are you giving Adam Ray 3 performances? What's with the, like, he had a fuckery, a fake Elon Musk, a fake Dr. Phil. I'm surprised it didn't even fake Joe Rogan. I understand Joe Rogan always shows up for the big, he's always showing up for the big shows. Granted, he's a producer or whatever to the show. Granted, I got no problem with him. But I've got a problem with the guest. Why not bring Shane Gillis as Shane Gillis? Shane Gillis is a funny comedian. He's got a great show on Netflix called Tires, by the way. Waiting for it to come out. Shout out to him. But he has a great show. There was no need for him to put on the Donald Trump gimmick. The show was filled of gimmicks, and it lost its. Granted, Kill Tony is a crazy show. Sometimes we have a 15-minute conversation about somebody doing some bizarre sex thing or bizarre, insane thing. But that's what makes it a podcast that's fun and that we enjoy. Anything is possible. Anything can happen. That's why I've always loved the show. Its unpredictability and the fact that it's comedy. It's fun. And with this one, premeditated. I don't want that. I want a guy to stand up on the stage or a girl to stand up on that stage or a guy to sit on a wheelchair. I don't really give a shit. To just be funny or suck. Just be the authentic self. Unplanned, unpredictable. But if Tony is orchestrating how things are made, I agree. Don't get me wrong. I understand it's Netflix. You don't want a bomb-ass show because you brought people on this shit. I understand that part. Don't get me wrong. I get that part. I understand why he brought some of his friends over. Just in case the bucket pools are trash. And then you bring a show to Netflix that's unfunny. But granted, dude, we've been watching your show for years. I don't know when this show. I think this show came out 2013. The Kill Tony podcast. I've been watching since 2020 or 2019, whatever. So what I'm saying is, you got long fans. We rushed to Netflix to watch this. That's what I did. I rushed. We rushed to watch this, and we were happy to watch this. I was happy to watch this. I wanted to see how you're gonna do this. I thought you were gonna do a longer format of it. Like I said, disappointed to the fact that the show didn't keep real to its natural cause, which is the bucket pool. But it was funny. So, in terms of humor, 8 out of 10. Why couldn't they get the other two? Show's originality. So much planned shit fucked the show for me. That's really it. Nothing else fucked the show for me. Just that. And with that being said, this has been my review of Kill Tony, Kill or Be Killed comedy special. This has been episode 205 of the Let's Netflix and Chill podcast. Remember to hit that like and sub button, hit the comment section, depending on where you're watching or where you're listening. Anyway, adios, assalamu alaikum. I'm not even a Muslim, but I'm saying that. Bye.